Здравствуйте, товарищи. Hello, comrades and friends and many people around the world. Today, I'd like to show you a prized possession within my red room. You might ask yourself, prized possession, why? Why, Alex, is this a prized possession? I'll tell you why. This right here is practically a museum piece. And why I say that is the sole fact that we have an almost intact portrait of Comrade Stalin, Joseph Stalin, Uncle Joe, whatever you call him, on this beautiful, like silkish material. And why this is so important is the fact that this banner right here survived a campaign of de-Stalinization. So there was a time right after the death of Stalin, Nikita Khrushchev took position within the Communist Party and had a little bit of a secret speech. It was a campaign right after the secret speech to destroy any imagery of Stalin. Comrade Stalin, Uncle Joe, whatever. Now, I'd like to go into the in-depth review of this banner, this specific one, because I've never seen an example like this before. The only time I see examples like this is either in books, media, or some historical museum. Come with me, comrade, and we'll take a deep dive into this rare Stalin hand-painted banner. So, here we have it. Late 1940s, early 1950s Soviet banner. And, you know, typically how you can tell the lateness of this banner is his Generalissimo outfit. Because usually he was depicted after World War II in his uniform, this general-like uniform with his one gold star on his chest. And what I found very interesting with this banner specifically, and any kind of other like Stalin painted banners, is they usually depict this star with a hammer and sickle on it, which is not too odd because there were two awards. There was the hero of the Soviet Union, and there was the hero of socialist labor. However, this one should just be the hero of the Soviet Union, but they put a hammer and sickle on it. You can see it. It's in the glare. So everything you see is original, of course. It's hand-painted from that time period. Lettering's hand-painted. And this one is just such a good piece. Because when you get really close, I apologize for the air conditioning if you can hear it. If you get really close here with my glove, you can see this cracking. That's normal, right? That's completely normal. But what's not normal is how perfect in condition this is. I wouldn't say it's not normal, but you know, this is just a rarity when it comes to these types of banners. Even on the lettering, like, you know, we have a little bit of cracking on like this lettering here. However, like this is almost pristine. Little like cracks from here to here. But this example of this banner, I've seen before. And what I mean by that is you have the Naše Delo slogan here. But this here was added on later. Like the top part here was added on later, and this part was added on later. Because I've seen banners like this before, but every banner with usually hand-painted Stalin, the Stalin is always going to be different. And they range from different artists. You know, it's profound. It's just really hard to find something like this. And I know I keep bringing up the rarity, but these are living icons. And not in the religious sense. I mean, you know, you can call it you can call it a cult of personality, whatever you'd like. But this is surviving history. Surviving history from the brutal campaign of de-Stalinization from Nikita Khrushchev. These are one of a kind, especially this one. Translation roughly says something about this is a gift from the old cadres of this factory here. The factory name is right here. It's a factory in Leningrad, or today St. Petersburg. And it was given to like the best group of like educational group, which is number 4. That itself is also really, 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 really unique. And of course, this is double-sided. A lot of them were double-sided, but you know, also they were the ones that survived, like quote-unquote survived de-Stalinization, usually are the ones where they ripped the part with Stalin on it. I have a couple examples I'll show later in later videos on that. But yeah, so painting of Stalin, hand painting of the lettering. Even this stuff is hand painted. And a few other things here before we flip over to the other side is the fact that even the tassels are original, but they didn't originally look like this. The fringe, the tassels, whatever you call this here in your way, was not like this. This is definitely heavily used. And another thing, very important thing to point out, is every banner, to a certain extent, has flag shaft or the rings or the hoops to hold a flag pole. This poor example does not have that. So if we take a look here, see that? It's gone, it's missing. I don't know if it was a shaft, and what I mean by that, it's like a sleeve of material that's like folded over, or the 3 hoops. I don't know, they all could be different, probably more than 3 hoops, who knows? But I don't know, because it's not on this one. But since we already went over this, let's flip it and look at the other side, because there is a double side to it. Let's see if you can see that. So let's go ahead and flip it over. All right, so here's the other side of the banner. It's flipped. So it's just a slogan. This side's not so impressive because the sole fact that it's really just a slogan, and you know, it's nice and all, but what you really want to see in these banners, you know, both original sides, as little damage as possible, but you really want to see that original Stalin portrait. This will be going into like a little collection of videos of my de-Stalinization and Stalin-related items series. So this is like the first on that. But again, you know, this side is a little bit lighter. I think this had more light and more sun on it. It's not the same nice bright red. See, there is a little bit of a difference. But again, the hand lettering, the painting, it's remarkable. I love banners. It's quite apparent. But yeah, this is the other side, so.